How do you grieve a man who was your first love, your partner, your child's father, your everything? How do you carry the weight of a love story cut short mid-sentence? How does it feel to love someone for over a decade, build a life together, raise 3 children, and finally marry them? To walk down the aisle with trembling hands and joyful hearts, knowing your journey had taken the long road, but it was worth it. Only for it all to be shattered less than 2 weeks later in a cruel accident? Burned to death, gone, just like that. A fire, fast and merciless, consuming a future in minutes. There were no goodbyes, no final words, just ash, silence, and heartbreak. Love and strength to Rute Cardoso. You were there when he was unknown, and you remained when he became a star. You believed in his dream even before it had a name. May you rise, even though it hurts. It was just past midnight on a quiet stretch of the A52 highway near Zamora, Spain. The world slept, but in a matter of seconds, 2 lives were violently and irreversibly altered. Diogo Jota and his younger brother, André Silva, were traveling in a Lamborghini, heading east under the cover of darkness. To this day, no one knows exactly where they were going or why, but what we do know is chilling. While overtaking on the motorway, one of the car's tires blew out. In a flash, control was lost. The Lamborghini veered off the road, crashing with such force that it erupted in flames. By the time emergency services arrived, alerted by passing drivers, it was already too late. The fire had consumed the vehicle, and both men had perished inside. The Portuguese emergency services confirmed the tragedy, while Spanish authorities later added that the fire made any chance of rescue impossible. The car caught on fire and the 2 occupants were killed, the local police reported. Their words were clinical, but the reality was brutal. Jota, fresh from his wedding, full of life, love, and legacy, gone in a matter of minutes. The accident didn't just claim a footballer, it silenced a father, a husband, a friend, and a hero. A cruel twist of fate, not in war, not in illness, but on an ordinary highway under a Spanish sky. A joyride turned into a funeral route. A legend ended not in a stadium, but in smoke and fire. And so the world awoke to heartbreak. Before the roaring crowds, before the billion-pound transfers, before Jota became a chant that echoed across Europe, there was just Diogo. And there was Rute, 2 Portuguese teenagers chasing dreams, not luxury, not fame, just each other. Rute Cardoso was a ride or die. She saw him before the stadium saw him, before Anfield and Wolverhampton and Portugal came calling. She was there when he missed youth academy call-ups, when he sat on benches in second-tier clubs, when he doubted if football would ever truly love him back. As Diogo Jota rose, so did Rute, quietly, strongly, without seeking attention, but always in the frame. When Jota once said, "My family is my balance," he wasn't being poetic. He was telling the truth. Without Rute, Diogo might have been another lost talent, another broken athlete drowned in money and pressure. She was his gravity, his calm, his finish line. Then came the wedding. Finally, after over a decade of love, Diogo put a ring on the woman who already had his heart. It wasn't a celebrity circus. It was a fairy tale sealed in silence, in tears of joy, in candlelit vows whispered between soulmates. It was everything they had waited for, earned with time. Less than 2 weeks later, no white dress, no happy tears, just black clothes and broken bones and silence. The wedding photos had barely been developed. The honeymoon playlist was still saved on his phone. Now, she wakes up to an empty bed. Love built them. Death tore them. Rute Cardoso wasn't just Jota's wife. She was his home, his beginning, his forever. And now she carries not just his name, but the weight of the world he left behind. They said love conquer all, but no one said love doesn't grieve. And Rute? She's now both the widow and the warrior that made the world believe in forever, even if it ended too soon. Before he wore the red of Liverpool or earned chants from the cop, Diogo Jota was just a skinny kid from Porto, Portugal. Born in 1996, he had that rare combination of humility and hunger. Starting his career at Gondomar before being spotted by Paços de Ferreira, he rose fast. Too fast, some thought. But he proved everyone wrong. He was never the tallest or most physically imposing player, but his intelligence, his speed, his unrelenting work rate, those set him apart. Jota's time at Atletico Madrid was short-lived, but it led him to Wolverhampton Wanderers in England, where he transformed into a Premier League-level predator. Wolves gave him visibility, Liverpool gave him legacy. From concrete pitches in Portugal to Champions League nights under the Anfield lights, his journey was a masterclass in perseverance. When Diogo Jota joined Liverpool in 2020, he requested the number 20 shirt. To most fans, it seemed a simple choice, but to Jota, it was loaded with symbolism. He joined the club in 2020, and that same year, Liverpool lifted their first Premier League trophy in 30 years. He wanted to be part of a new era, and 20 marked the beginning. Wearing the number, Jota quickly proved his worth. He scored in his first Premier League appearance for Liverpool. He went on to net hat-tricks, clutch winners, and vital Champions League goals. He wasn't just filling in during Salah or Firmino's absences, he was carving a place for himself in the history of the club. Number 20 became synonymous with resilience, with comeback stories, with crucial goals when it mattered most. The moment the news broke, the football world stopped. Liverpool stood still. Anfield became a shrine, fans laying scarves, shirts, letters, flowers. Arne Slot, visibly shaken, delivered a tearful tribute. The club, usually stoic in times of loss, openly wept for the man they'd come to love, not just for his talent, but for his heart. Portugal declared a national day of mourning. In Porto, vigils were held. In Lisbon, players wore black armbands. Cristiano Ronaldo posted a message, "Couldn't make a sense of the situation." The Portuguese president sent condolences to the family personally. His teammates couldn't believe it. Neither could his opponents. Diogo Jota wasn't supposed to go this soon. Not like this. For Liverpool fans, Jota was never just a squad player. He was the spark in hard-fought matches, the difference maker, the proof that brilliance can come without ego. His goals brought hope, his energy lifted spirits, and now his absence will echo in the silence before kickoff. His name will be sung in the 20th minute of every home game, a tradition fans have started in his memory. The club is reportedly considering retiring the number 20 shirt. A statue, too, has been proposed, not just of the player, but of the man who gave everything on and off the pitch. Jota's legacy isn't goals alone. It's loyalty, humility, and love. In the end, we remember the fire he brought to the pitch, the warmth he brought to those around him, and the love story that ended too soon. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota. You were more than a player. You were a light, and though that light has gone out, its glow will never fade. Leave your views in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bells for more video on more celebrities gist. Until the next one, please stay tuned.